A very good afternoon from the Tamandar Hockey Stadium in Johor, Baru. It's day 4 of the 11th edition of the Sultan of Johor Cup, and game 10 will see Germany taking on Great Britain. This is a crucial game for both these teams to decide who will progress through to the semi-final. Well, earlier today we managed to catch up with the German coach Ryan van Eyck to hear his thoughts on how his team have been travelling in the tournament and also looking ahead at today's game.
Well, Ryan, obviously it was a classic game yesterday against Australia and a really good comeback by your team. You must have been very happy.
We're definitely happy that we came back in the game, that we fought back. There's a couple of things that we can take out of it. The resilience of the boys was excellent. Of course, we're very unhappy with the way we started the game, because I feel that we weren't up to the task in the first 15 minutes, and Australia definitely outclassed us. They could have scored 1 or 2 goals more, and it would have been a different game. On the other hand, I think we could have been better in the circle in scoring our goals as well. It was a great game, great match, and exactly what we need at this moment in the World Cup preparation.
I think again it was Australia had learnt from the games against you in Europe earlier this year, and also were a little bit wounded by that 6-0 defeat.
Yes, that might be the case. I think we were very lucky back then. Everything went in, like we scored every opportunity. So the 6-0 was definitely not really the game that people could see. They already improved a lot towards the second game, where we had some difficulties with their man-to-man defense. And that's what we saw yesterday as well, with them being tightly man-marking, that we had difficulties getting into the open space. And yes, of course, they were a little bit more aggressive than they might have been in a normal setting. Hopefully we can use this as motivation for whatever comes next.
Well, certainly the result now makes it very interesting today, because it's going to go right down to the wire, and you need a draw, don't you, against Great Britain to be assured of a semi-final place. You're pretty much there, but there's still a lot on the line.
Most definitely. It's going to be a very interesting game. We want to focus as much as possible on ourselves. The game already starts with 0-0, so that's a score that we first have to try and defend, and then see if we can build it out. If there's a possibility, of course, we would like to score as many goals as possible, because that will put the pressure on Australia. But the main objective is to make sure that we defend the 0-0 and work from a close defense and make sure that we qualify for the semi-final.
How important is it for you to finish top of the pool, or is it not? Doesn't really matter?
It doesn't really matter too much. I think in the other group, Pakistan and India are 2 amazing teams. We've played India. We would love to play Pakistan sometime this year. So the semi-final would be a good opportunity for that. Of course, it will build confidence to be first in a group. On the other hand, we will be unbeaten if we get there. So.
And if we look at it, Germany played in this tournament once before, won it once before. Are you feeling any pressure that you've got to come back and win it again?
Oh, it's definitely got to be worthwhile. It would be great if we win it, but we're trying to take it step by step. There's a lot of good teams, and if we just continue to improve the way we are, then I think it's definitely up for grabs that we could repeat the achievement of 11 years ago.
Well, Ryan, thanks very much for your time, and all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much, Leslie.
Well, that was the coach of Germany, Ryan van Eyck, and obviously really enjoying the tournament here in Johor, Baru. And now would be an appropriate time to look at their team lineup, and also just look at the players to stand out, to look out for. For me, Ben Hasbach, wearing the number 3, has been outstanding for Germany so far. Hugo van Montleglas is another that's been in really good form. Florian Sperling seems to be getting stronger with every game. Their captain, Matteo Poljerik, is another that is again always influential in a game, along with Mikhail Strutov. Turning our attention to Great Britain in this must-win game. Well, their defence is going to be crucial, and Rory Penrose and Max Anderson will be key for them in that department. Spreckley has played well in the defensive line for them as well, but it's their forwards that are going to have to get the goals. Jacob Payton has been lively every game. Johnny Sturch-Hibbert has his first goal now, and he'll be hungry for more, while Harry Markham and also Ali Douglas have threatened, but has yet to get on the scoreboard. Our umpires for this match are Bevan Nicol and Kuganan Segaran from Malaysia. Well, the players are down below, so I can tell you it's suddenly got very dark here at the stadium. The wind has picked up. We had over an hour's delay yesterday with the rain, a massive thunderstorm, but we were still able to bring you every game, although a little bit later than intended. Hopefully the rain will stay away. I can tell you there is blue sky in the distance, and hopefully that will come across very soon. But the floodlights are on, and it is only just gone 4 o'clock here in the afternoon in Malaysia. So it probably gives you an idea as to just how dark it is at the moment. But the wind has picked up, and so the clouds are scudding across the sky, and hopefully the rain clouds will pass us by. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all of the action with you today on what is the final day of pool matches. And today we will know which teams are playing in the semi-finals, and we'll have a chance of lifting the Sultan of Johor Cup in 2023. But first, the national anthems, and the national anthem of Germany. Unfortunately, again, a little bit of reverberation around the stadium, but now we move on to the national anthem of Great Britain. So the national anthem's over. We now have the coin toss down in front of us. And the two captains today, I think it is, it's not going to be Otis Barry today. Captain for Great Britain remains the same, Max Anderson. So the captain for Germany is Matteo Poljaric. Yep, he was the captain before. I was getting confused there. Poljaric, who's been really influential in games, trying to spur his country on. And again, the wind is picking up. The flags on the far side are fluttering wide, and so you can see them in their full glory. Here is the table at the moment as it stands, and as you can see, Germany currently sit top. They need just a draw to make it through to the semi-finals, but it would depend on the score in the Australia game against South Africa as to whether they progress top of the ladder. Great Britain, well, they need a win to make the semi-finals. And then again, if they win, Australia win against South Africa, Germany will be playing off for the lower places in the competition. Those will be 7th and 8th or 5th and 6th. So plenty to play for in this game. And this game could have a big bearing on the next game, depending on how Australia go and how many goals they may need to get against South Africa to assure themselves of getting either second spot if Great Britain win. But of course, if Germany win, then it means that both Germany and Australia are through to the semi-finals. It would just come down to who will finish top of their pool. Hopefully that all makes sense to everybody. So it is Germany in the black that will get us underway. Great Britain in the white. The goalkeeper, Joshua Onyekwinaji, standing at the top of his circle. Just waiting for, once again, the timekeeper to give the umpires the nod. The arm is raised, and we're underway in match 10. Comes wide to Glander. Glander's penalty corner, who started the resurgence for Germany in their game against Australia. Notice Barry, who was involved in a few physical battles in that game. Franz slipping as he played that and lifted it. Talking to one of the technical officials, or rather the video technicians for one of the teams who didn't belong to Australia and Germany, and he believed that he reckoned Australia should have had a penalty stroke right at the end of that match. Very hard for us to see from up here because the angle was pretty tight. But interesting that another opposition analyst has said that. Was trapped that time initially by Anderson, but he's got it under control. Clear push in the back that time coming from the German player, Peter Heinrichs. I think Heinrichs just being told to retire the required 5 meters. Comes wide to Alice Robson, who really worked hard in their last outing against South Africa. Robson almost ran himself, I think, into the ground. So it'll be interesting to see how he goes today. Goes back to Penrose. Out wide from Great Britain. Down the line from, well, another lost possession now, Wiltshire. So it's chance for Germany to come forward. Great tackle, edge of the circle. It's a really good tackle by the captain, Max Anderson, who was, of course, a year ago, the most promising player of the tournament. Great accolade for the Irishman. Good run again being made that time by Matthew Hewson. Trying to feed that one forward, and good lead again from Harry Stone. He came up short with the ball, without the ball that time, but still again a good lead by him. Barry plays it forward. Both teams ringing the changes, even though only 2.5 minutes are gone. Comes wide to Glander now. Glander goes back to Christian Franz. Christian Franz, who plays for the Hockey Club Berlin. And they were the club that tempted Ryan van Eyck to Germany. Von Montglas now has to come back. Hirschmer played it back to Franz, and now Barry again. Pushed into the midfield, nice little touch from Flatten. Loses out though, free hit goes Great Britain's way. They take it back quickly. Max Anderson throws it out to the right-hand side. There's plenty of numbers back for Germany, but a good run down the sideline, and was he impeded? Penalty corner given that time against Nicholas Berends. So the first chance for Great Britain. And a really good opportunity. It was a good run down the right-hand side from Ted Graves to win and force that foul. But Great Britain from penalty corners so far, 1 from 6. That's 16% conversion rate. In the tournament, we're sitting at 33. Just to give you an idea as to how they're faring. Penrose, who scored from a penalty corner yesterday, may well fancy his chances this time. This is the better end, talking to all the teams for a penalty corner. The other end, they feel it's bobbling a little bit, but we have lining up Penrose at the first battery, Ellis Robson at the second. I'm sure it'll go to Penrose, and it does. Flicks well, good save on Yeki Naji. It's gone in. Great Britain have indeed taken the lead. And the celebrations continue. So it is a good start for Great Britain, and Sturch Hibbert is the man who scores it. The injector. Well, he was talking on the bus saying he was going to get a goal today, and he has indeed. Johnny Sturch Hibbert gets his second of the tournament, and it may be a crucial one in terms of keeping their tournament alive. What a start for Great Britain. Just the 4th minute, Sturch Hibbert converting as the rebound came back off the pads of Onyeki Naji. Wiltshire penalised this time. Von Montglas plays on. And the rain starts to fall. Wiltshire will get the free hit for that one. He was in a German sandwich there. So I can warn you, it doesn't look as bad as yesterday, that we've still got blue sky around. Deflected into the circle, cleaned up at the back by Jakob Brilla. Did very well. Berends again, not really coping with the high ball that time, so it's going to be Great Britain ball from the side. Slipped from Berends as he looked to try and chase after Tully. Long corner now for Great Britain. Ellis Robson goes back to Penrose, who's closed down by Von Montglas. Penrose stays calm under pressure. Robson gets it under control, second grab, but a mistrap that time. Just a little bit too far ahead of Tom Morehouse, and so here come Germany on the attack. Just held up momentarily is Struthoff. Playing on is Hirchmer. And the umpire wanting a word. Not quite sure what that was, whether it was just no afters or Germany again throw it deep into the circle, brought down, fired towards goal, and off the pads it went that time. Callum Douglas well placed at his near post. It'll be a long corner again. Louis Hirchmer to Jakob Brilla on the angle. Oh, what a run that was. It was a great delivery as well. But unfortunately for Ben Hasbach, couldn't get on the end of it. And I can tell you, the last game, we were told this morning when we caught up with their coach, was the first time that Ben Hasbach, since being promoted from the under-18s, he's still only 17, the youngest player, has not scored 1 or 3 goals for the under-21 side. So Australia can be proud of that they stopped him scoring, and that was the first game since he stepped up that he hasn't managed to score. He is certainly a talent to keep your eyes on. Germany, and somehow they got the better of that one. Von Montglas into the circle and just ran away from Sperling. I think the cowbells are the German support. Going one way then the other. Max Anderson comes wide in the end to Nick Nurse. Played it infield, and a good run from Hewson. Hewson in a bit of trouble on halfway, collides with Hirchmer. And a free hit, though, goes his way. Good work from Hewson. Anderson, deflected by Hasbach. Brought down brilliantly by Sturch Hibbert. He slipped, though, unfortunately, for Great Britain. Hasbach now has plenty of space, and he'll carry over halfway. Looks to take on the defence of Great Britain. Feeds it wide now to Struhoff. Hasbach into the pads. A good save again from Callum Douglas. Both those players just 17 years of age. Douglas, of course, from Scotland. His brother Ali playing in the forward line. And, of course, they come from good stock. Their mother, Jackie Douglas, having also played internationally for Scotland. Comes wide to Glander. Almost halfway through the first quarter now. Just gone past the halfway point. Glander again. Looks to go inside Harry Stone, but good recovery by Stone, and that one's just run away inside the circle. Tom Spreckley, short pass from him. Handled well that time by Matthew Hewson. Back to Spreckley again. Wiltshire comes wide to Robson. Robson tried to squeeze it through, but it's been stolen by Holderman. Germany suddenly seem to have numbers forward. Struthoff goes wide to von Montglas. Infield to Herchmer. Trying to play that first time into the circle. It'll be cleaned up at the back, though, by Jacob Payton. Payton playing it forward. It was good covering defence that time by Germany, and it needed to be. And carrying his run forward as Schmidt did Laukes. It will be German ball from the side. Played in by Struthoff. Comes back to Cordes. Jakob Brilla. Back to Brilla again. Cordes. And played that into the turf and lifted it, so it'll be a free hit to Great Britain, and ringing the changes now down below us, but in no real hurry to get on with things. So Penrose now over the ball for Great Britain. Trying to turn and get away down the side is Nick Nurse. Again, another stick challenge coming in for Felix Tully, but it's Germany who have the ball again through Struthoff. Cordes has made a run down the outside. Struthoff dummied to play him, goes for the backhand shot, and it's wide. Mikel Struthoff, who made his move from red and white Cologne to, well, moved to red and white Cologne in 2023. Made his debut for the German national side in 2022 against India. Great Britain done penalised this time for a little bit of a shove on the far side. Good to see them matching the physicality. Brilla. Cordes, heavy touch by him, but he still kept it for Germany. Comes back to Jakob Brilla again. Cordes is short down the side. Comes to him. Franz thought about going forward, but then back to Brilla it went again. Having to close down. Comes to Cordes. Feeds it forward now, infield from Heinrichs to Cordes. Cordes into the circle. Reverse stick, it's wide of the mark again. And it was a back stick anyway. Well, certainly it looked as if Callum Douglas was inviting him to go to the near post. So we've got just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And it's Johnny Sturch-Hibbert's goal, the difference between the two at the moment. The young man who was formerly at Whitgift School. And trying to play that one on quickly was Ali Douglas. He's got a free hit for Great Britain, though. Great Britain looking to recycle it. Anderson closed down and gets the free hit, though. Played early to Penrose. Robson is wide, but has made a good run actually now into the circle, but Penrose just turned away at that point in time. Otherwise, the overhead pass would have been perfect. Robson was in space on the baseline. And the foot, Great Britain might have wanted the advantage inside the circle, but it comes back for a foot halfway between the halfway line and the 23-meter line. Thrown out wide to the right-hand side. Great Britain trying to get into the circle again. They do. Douglas, good block. Still with Great Britain, though. Comes back to Penrose once more. Spreckley on his left-hand side. Plays it to him now, and it just bobbled in front of Spreckley. And there's a little bit going in off the ball. Umpire having spotted that. I can tell you that was between Liam Holderman. Oh, no, not Holderman. It was Struthoff and Felix Tully. And the two of them following each other everywhere at the moment. Again, misdirected pass that time from Christian Franz. German ball just inside Great Britain's half. It'll come wide now to Paul Glander. Glander feeds it to Polyric. Polyric turns infield, checks back. Good work by the captain. Polyric inside the circle. Free hit going against him. He thought he might have worked a little bit of magic for his team there. Rory Penrose over the ball again. Man who hails from Southampton, won a Sports Award scholarship to King Edward VI School. Great defence by Germany coming back and just nicking that one. Struthoff, a little bit special the way he just stole that. Made the artful dodger look like a hack. Glander. Barry now. We're into the final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Herchmer brought it down, but he's going to have to go back. The free hit, they've still got time to take it, get it into the circle and force a penalty corner. Into the circle it does go. Wiltshire gets it, missed it initially, still has it. Wiltshire pushes it to the edge. It's going to be Germany. Good work that time from Sturch Hibbert. Well, that was, again, very important touch from Sturch Hibbert to just get it away from the Germans. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. There goes the hooter. And Great Britain have been off to the perfect start for them. Goal in just the 4th minute. Sturch Hibbert converting a rebound off the pads of Joshua Onyekwe Naji from a penalty corner. So at the first break, it is Germany 0, Great Britain 1. The Great Britain players making their way out now for the second quarter. Germany, who were in the huddle on the pitch, broke up a little bit earlier than that. They were clapping their hands, firing each other up because they know that they cannot afford to let Great Britain win this game, or they will have to wait on the result between Australia and South Africa to see if they are into the semi-finals. Great Britain would jump ahead of Germany and Australia if they win this game. Cordes goes back. Barry being closed down. Good work again from Peyton. You might have heard yesterday I was saying his nickname is Bagels, and I've done a bit of detective work and found out that it was a nickname he picked up his first year at uni, because apparently he was constantly eating those. Every morning he was seen with a bagel in his hand. As boring as that. Well, we all know university students are on a tight budget, so why not? Jakob Briller. Barry pushes it into the midfield. Heinrichs tries to smash that one forward. It's broken kindly for Hasbach. Hasbach tries to turn, lays it back. Shot at goal, it's ricocheted wide. Robson saved it brilliantly. It was Hertzma, I think, who got the shot away inside the circle. Good save by the keeper. And Great Britain have rotated their keeper, so it was James Carlton who made the save. It was rolling back, but Robson perfectly placed to make sure it didn't cross the line. Hasbach querying the decision, feeling that he was underneath the ball and therefore he should have got the free hit. To be fair, I think both the defender and him were moving towards the wall, the ball. It wasn't that accurate a throw. Barry again over the ball, comes wide to Cordes. Cordes goes infield, eventually the ball now finds Schmidt. Did Laukes into the circle. Good defence from Great Britain again. Really determined play that time by Tom Spreckley. And Spreckley staying calm under pressure. Help forward. And into the foot it goes. So free hit to Great Britain. Peyton waits over the ball, but then leaves it and also leaves the field of play for a bit of a breather and some refreshments. Spreckley plays it back into the defensive line to Ellis Robson. Wide it goes this time to Anderson. Short pass up the side from Anderson. Took a deflection. Good lead again, though, in the forward line coming from Harry Markham. Down the line, he plays it. It'll be a free hit, though, against Great Britain that time. And they've got to watch out because Germany throw that one long. Will they keep it in play? Yes. No. Yes. And eventually it goes off the pads of Carlton for a long corner. Heinrichs goes back to Barry. Glander now helps it forward. Losing out, though, as the pass came to him was Liam Holderman. Into the corner goes Tom Morehouse. Good stick skills from Morehouse. And eventually gets a free hit. That was good from Morehouse. Tom Morehouse, who developed very early. He was a year early into the Nottinghamshire under-15s when he was started off at their high performance centre. Into the circle. Oh, the deflection just wide. Well, Ali Douglas very unlucky there. And to be fair, I think the goalkeeper was suddenly panicking a little bit as that came in. It was a good ball played by Graves. And Ali Douglas very close to doubling Great Britain's tally. It would have been almost the exact same moment that they scored in the first quarter. Good work from von Montglas. Wants the return pass, gets it into the circle, Germany. And they find a foot, and here is trouble. Penalty corner won by Germany. And that is their first of the match. And now we'll see what they're capable of. While I can just acknowledge our sponsors, Project Innovations, a project management company located and working in Asia, but with experience beyond. And Ong and Ong, excelling in infrastructure, education, commercial and high-density living. And of course, let's not forget Atlas. We've got the hockey world covered. So Sperling will inject. Glander is at the first battery, Bria at the second. Comes out to Jakob Brilla, and he makes no mistake. Gets it inside the runner and inside the right-hand post of James Carlton, and Germany are on level terms. Well, they again show some great skill from penalty corners. That is now 3 from 7 for Germany. They came into today with a 33% conversion rate. And this is game on. Of course, a draw would eliminate Great Britain from the semi-finals, but it would also mean Germany would have to wait on the result from Australia and South Africa to see whether they finish first or second in their pool. I'm sure Ali Douglas is thinking now about how close he was just moments before, and had that gone in, Herchmer helps it out wide. Cordes feeds it forward to Poljerik. Wiltshire giving chase. Poljerik tries to find a way through, feeds it back to Herchmer. Brilla out wide onto the left-hand side, and Hasbach, well, he was trying to lead along the baseline, but there was too much pace on that pass, and unfortunately was never going to get on the end of that one. And a mistrap on the far side from Great Britain. This pitch, though, several of the players have said it's a bit bobbly. And into the circle go Germany. Wide that time from Sperling. Florian Sperling created the space for himself, but then couldn't score. He's one of the German players that actually played in Bangladesh in their new franchise Champions League that they created. Would have been a great bit of experience to be involved in that. Brought down well by Monteneve. Ali Douglas now. Douglas turning back to go down the line. Cordes gives chase. Brilla comes across. And a green card goes to Cordes. Great Britain just playing on with that a little bit quicker than the umpire wished. Cordes taking his time. He went on a bit of a loopy run to the sin bin. Of course, the time starts the minute he sits down. So the next 2 minutes now, Great Britain will have a player advantage. Can they make it count? And that is a penalty corner, over physical in the challenge that time. And Germany, oh, a yellow card. So now they're down to 9. Well, that was saying something to the umpire. So a little lack of discipline there. And a yellow card issued to Aaron Flatten. So at 8 minutes 38, Germany are down to 9 players. And Great Britain have a really good opportunity. They'll be on 9 players for the next 2 minutes, so that'll be till 6 minutes 38 remaining in the second quarter. But 5 minutes, they will be down to 10 at least. So Penrose again at the first battery. They go to him this time. He flicks. It was good work by the first runner, Brilla, just breaking that one up. Well, the other umpire coming forward. So Bevan Nicol has seen something. And so just wanting to discuss it with the defender. So Great Britain with a retake. Penrose at the first battery, Hewson at the second. Hewson just adjusting his feet. They go to Penrose. It's not a good trap this time. And it's also not managed to find him again. Appeals for a foot. Nothing doing again from Great Britain, from the umpire rather. Ali Douglas from the side. Goes to Penrose. It's bobbled over his stick again. Coming out of his goal is Carlton. Spreckley plays it forward. Penrose. Well, not surprisingly, Germany sitting deep. They're 2 players short at the moment. Hewson goes back out wide. It's all about keeping possession. Good pass to the baseline. Robson just showed a little bit too much of the ball. Slipped that time. Polyeric throws it out just over the 23. Good turn coming that time from Sperling. Sperling draws the foul. And all look at this, of course, takes up valuable time. Polyeric eventually takes it. There's a mistrap inside the circle. Scrambled clear. Barry is there, used his body to, well, I have to say, I think that should have gone the other way. Altus Barry just stepped out and used his body to prevent, in my opinion, Jacob Payton getting to the ball, not the other way around. But the umpire saw it the other way. And he's down on the pitch, and he's the one that really matters. But to me, that was Barry who committed the foul, not Payton. So Great Britain. Germany are now back to 10 as it comes to Spreckley again, and he looks at his teammate, but I'm sure it was the pitch. Polyeric wants the return pass. Von Montglas turns, now finds Polyeric. Polyeric does well, holds it up, looks to feed it through. It's going to fall for Von Montglas. Von Montglas in the circle, nobody across, and Spreckley, good defence from him, and appeals for a penalty corner. Von Montglas and Spreckley having a little chat there. Not sure whether Spreckley speaks German or Von Montglas English, but they certainly seem to understand each other. Glander mistraps that and took the ball away, but it's played on quickly this time by Felix Tully. Glander gives chase. Tully has to hold it up before the baseline and over the base. No, he kept it in play. Pushed back now. Thrown across field by Nick Nurse. Bounces nicely for Robson. Spreckley goes to the air again, inside the circle, brought down by Harry Stone. Comes out to Ellis Robson once again. Spreckley will give it back to him. Robson again just bobbled in front of him. We've got 5 minutes left in the first half, all tied up at 1 apiece. A draw, as I mentioned, will finish Great Britain's hopes of playing in the semi-final. Germany will progress to the semi-final, but they won't know whether they come first or second until after the game with Australia, between Australia and South Africa. So that's another free hit to Great Britain. Still searching to reclaim the lead. Spreckley comes wide to Rory Penrose. Spreckley again. And just lifting that one. So a little bit disappointing that he just got underneath that one as he played it into the circle. Germany again. Close to getting their full quota back. By my reckoning, they've got about half a minute. I can see the technical official pitch side, so they're going to allow the player back on shortly. They are now back to their full quota. Von Montglas feeds it infield into the circle. Good save from Carlton. Heinrichs just playing it forward, and I think hoping that there might be a ricochet off the keeper's pads that his teammates could pounce on. Glander to Barry. Glander again. Good pass to Holderman. Stolen away, but carried. It's going to be a free hit to Germany. Struthoff goes back to Barry. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. It's a mistrap by Christian Franz. And again, it's probably just another example of one of those little gremlins in the pitch that all the teams have been complaining about this year. Just saying it's very difficult to trap, and there are a few bobbly places on the turf. And we've even spoken to some of the coaching staff who've also, of course, former internationals, and they've said they've noticed the same thing. So it's not just the players making excuses. Max Anderson bursting forward. Good work inside the circle by Berens. Feeds it out, and Holderman cuts infield. Good running from Liam Holderman. Holds it up now. Comes square. Struthoff. Shaped as if he was going to hit that, then accelerates forward. Good ball infield. Shot on the turn to the back post again from Heinrichs. Nobody there to just tap that one in. Again, it was a good idea from Heinrichs, but to be fair to him, the run had come just before Florian Sperling had made a run to the near post, and he went to the back post. That's been a thrilling first half. Kept in play that time by Neve, but it's ricocheted kindly for Germany. Holderman pushes it forward. Great shot on the turn, and it's wide again for Germany. Sperling had space and time, and he put it a long, long way wide, Florian Sperling. So, after a really positive start, you'd have to say Great Britain in this last couple of minutes are really hanging on by their fingernails at the moment. Germany have created a few really good opportunities, but have been wide of the target. As we now approach the final minute, Cordes. Jakob Brilla throws it to the air wide, and that's never going to be kept in play. It was a willing chase coming from Holderman. Just lifted forward, brought down by Nick Nurse. Two German players trying to prevent him going anywhere. Stolen in the end by Heinrichs. Oh, Florian Sperling running straight into the jaw of the Great British player, Payton. 11 seconds remaining. Barry, will he look to smash this one forward? No, he goes to Cordes. Cordes helps it forward. Now, it's lifted dangerously on the reverse stick. And that one goes a long way out of play. And again, it's Florian Sperling who it came to, but was unable to capitalise. And that is the end of the first half. Great Britain taking the lead in the 4th minute of the first half. Another goal for Johnny Sturch-Hibbert, but Jakob Brilla from Germany's first and only penalty corner, equaling things up in the 20th minute, means it's Germany 1, Great Britain 1 at half-time. Welcome back to the Tamandaya Hockey Stadium. Half-time coming to an end. Both the players, all the players rather, still in the dressing rooms at the moment. But I just thought I'd give you an update. Yesterday, when we had the rain delay, we were talking about somebody missing from the Great Britain squad, and that is Boris the Bulldog, who has been their mascot here for a number of years. And there was a lot of people asking where Boris was and why he wasn't here in Johor Bahru 2023. Well, someone was listening to our broadcast yesterday, and I can tell you we know where Boris is. And it was Paul Gannon, who's the team manager, put his hand up and he goes, I left him in the garage of my parents' house in Liverpool. So apparently his parents rang him up and said he's going to have to own up that Boris is in a garage in Liverpool, not being held ransom or anything like that. He was just left at home. And if you know the duties of a team manager in tournaments like this, you can understand why he was forgotten this year. They have huge tasks. They have to organise all of the flights and the visas and everything. And they are the guys that get very little sleep while they are on tour. And they are basically looking after the players every call and whim. So I think everyone can forgive Paul Gannon, but I'm sure that Boris will be here in 2024. Well, players from Great Britain making their way out, but I'm just going to again just give our sponsors a little bit of an acknowledgement, because again without them we couldn't bring you the live stream of all of these games. And this is the 4th year now that we've done it, my 6th tournament here in Johor Bahru. But Groundwork Interiors, a multiple award-winning custom interior fittings firm with a presence in Australia, Japan, Malaysia, Indonesia, Taiwan, Thailand and the Philippines, as well as Vietnam. And if you get the chance to support them or recommend them to another company, please do so. Also, we'd like to acknowledge again Ong. Their home is in Asia as well, with over 600 staff in 7 countries: Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Mongolia, Myanmar, Vietnam and Thailand. And of course, Project Innovations, project management company located and working in Asia, but with experience beyond. So all of those countries, they may be based, companies may be based here, they may do work here, but they're happy to go wherever you require them. Now Germany make their way out, and the second half about to get underway. Remember, a draw is good enough for Germany to make it through to the semi-finals. Great Britain need a win. Half an hour to go in this final pool match between these two teams in Pool A. Can Great Britain take the lead again, or will Germany, who of course are ranked number 2 in the FIH's new junior world rankings, run over the top and take the victory that many thought they would claim today? Of course, Great Britain don't officially have a world ranking. They take the ranking of England, which is number 15 at the moment. Down the side they go. Herchmat saying he didn't get a touch. Penrose now played on quickly, played the ball back to Nick Nurse. Good ball again being played forward by Max Anderson. Great Britain on the attack again early. Really good tackle coming in from Glander, but it's collected again by Ellis Robson. Into the circle it goes, over the baseline from Herchmat. So it'll be a long corner for Great Britain. They take it quickly and it played straight to Polyuric. Polyuric turns away from Payton and then just pushed a perfectly weighted pass into the midfield. Carried up the middle. Strutov, he's going to go on the forehand. Strutov looks to push it towards goal. Great touch inside the circle, and Robson was back there again cleaning up for Great Britain. Well, he saved one on the line today, Ellis Robson, and that again was a very, very important touch from him. Ellis Robson, and of course in 2020 was the Hockey Writers Under-16 Player of the Year. He also made his England Under-21 debut, I believe, against Germany. I think that's right, back in 2022. So Germany Again, it's become a little bit dark over to the left-hand side. I'm trying to work out which way the clouds are moving, hoping that we won't get another thunderstorm. Ricochets off the stick that time. Schmidt did Laukis, couldn't keep it in play. Ali Douglas now. Oh, good skills from Douglas, and was he impeded? Yes, he was. Autus Barry again, the man fouling inside the 22 or 23, conceding the penalty corner. So Great Britain have another penalty corner. Their fourth of the match. Can they get another goal now? Perfect opportunity. They scored in just the 4th minute of the match from a penalty corner. Robson comes on with the instructions from the bench. And once again, we thank Project Innovations PT Limited. Their in-house expertise adds value to the consultant's design, and they also assist by conducting value management and risk management workshops. So Penrose is at the first battery, Robson at the second. Slight shift to the right, comes to Penrose, and well, the whistle's gone. It is another penalty corner. There was just a slight hesitation there. So this will be penalty corner number 5 for Great Britain. Felix Tully makes his way again to the baseline. Penrose at the first battery. They shift slightly to the left again. Goes to the second battery. Penrose flicks. Great stop by Barry initially. Still with Penrose. Indoor tackles. Look how low they both are there. No one giving an inch. And eventually Germany come up with the ball. Really good play by Paul Glander. And a chance for Hasbach now to go on the attack. Hasbach looks to cut infield. Pulls away from a second Great Britain player. He's surrounded by them. Found the foot. Well, that is why there's so much excitement about this young player. Ben Hasbach had about 5 Great Britain players around him. Didn't panic. Managed to just flick it forward onto the foot and win Germany a penalty corner. And there was no one within cooey of Ben Hasbach at the top of the pitch. So Germany now with their second penalty corner. They scored from their first, remember. Paul Glander will line up at the first battery. Polyuric alongside him at the second. Glander shifts slightly to the left. It comes to him. It bobbled as well, but he's beaten the keeper. And Germany have the lead. Paul Glander firing it to the left-hand side of Callum Douglas. And Germany take the lead. So now Great Britain are going to have to come from behind. 2 penalty corners, 2 goals. And that is the quality that Germany have in their side. Paul Glander, who, well, he won the Under-18s Championships in 2023 in Krefeld with a 3-2 victory over Belgium. Again, he is one of the young breed, just 17 years of age. Many of these players all coming through the development in Germany together. So Great Britain now, if they want to play in those semi-finals, are going to have to dig really, really deep. Struthoff. There's a little bit of a push there. Struthoff keeps going. Does he find the foot? No. Polyuric now on the reverse stick. Across the goal it goes. It's going to be Germany's ball. I think that one came off the glove or the mitt of Callum Douglas. Germany again looking to transfer the ball. They go back over halfway. Autus Barry. Well, good defence from Great Britain, but in the end, von Montglas gets the better, and Stone is penalised. Von Montglas, though, takes the free hit from the wrong spot. Has to come back, just checks with the umpire, goes back to Barry. Struthoff appeals for a free hit, nothing doing from either umpire. Good work again by the captain, Max Anderson. Although Polyuric gets the free hit, plays on quickly. Has to go away from the circle. Good defence again coming from Anderson. Brilla plays it down the line. Cordes just drops it back for Jakob Brilla. Strutov to Poljerik. He just miscontrolled that, and it's collected in the end by Graves. Graves doing well. Graves, who went to Altrincham Grammar School. Good work again by Poljerik, but not panicking was Monteneve. Monteneve down the side, gets the ball free in from the side for Great Britain, just inside their half. Max Anderson carries it out, goes to Wiltshire. Rory Penrose now comes wide. Jacob Payton. Robson got a push in the back, and in fact, I think he got a stick in the buttock, actually. That looked pretty painful. Wiltshire, oh dear, trying to combine with his captain. Just sold Anderson a little bit down the river with the ball being played behind the captain. Anderson has it again now. Wiltshire. Anderson pulls into space. Germany trying to close down the space. Turn again from Neve. He's beaten one, beats two. That's good play down the sideline from Monteneve. Can he get it into the circle? Yes, he can. Just unfortunately, well, it's lifted up into the Great Britain player. I was just about to say it was an unlucky, just ran away off the stick, but they've got the penalty corner, and that is what counts. So Great Britain, penalty corner number 6. If ever they wanted a goal, it would be now. Robson again comes out onto the field of play to share the message from the bench. So Harry Markham, who took the blow inside the circle, and there's a card being issued because Great Britain were not ready when the time ran out for the penalty corner. So just a little bit, well, just taking their eye off the ball. So Harry Markham now. Good trap by Wiltshire. Markham, brilliant save though. And it was a really good save that time from Florian Simon in goal. They've switched the goalkeepers for Germany coming into this third quarter. So another penalty corner goes begging for Great Britain. Spreckley got his foot out of the way well. Hewson penalised. Barry has to just take his protective gear off, and now it's going to be a Great Britain hit taken really quickly. Morehouse plays on as Strutov was arguing. Morehouse, well, surely, and across it goes, missed by Markham. It was a good run by Morehouse, and I thought there was an impeding tackle coming from Jakob Brilla, but he seemed to get away with it. Strutov continues to argue with the umpire, or have a robust discussion, let's say. Brilla carries it out of the circle, lifts it up. And Germany need to just calm things a little bit. It's been a bit frenetic for them the last couple of minutes. And Strutov mistrapped there. Wonder if his mind is still on his debate with the umpire. You sometimes forget that all these players are under 21. They've got their own World Cup coming up shortly. Nice pass again, trying to get inside the circle is Payton, dispossessed. Ball comes to Strutov, but he lets it run over the side because it took a touch off a Great Britain stick. Flicked forward. Nice run coming from Heinrichs. He helps it forward, von Montglas. Von Montglas across the face of goal, just caught his own heel. Ellis Robson, oh dear, handed it over. Holderman, and he's off target with a reverse stick shot. Liam Holderman, who plays a lot of the indoor hockey like a lot of the German players, and they lost the final to Hamburg when he was at Berlin. But he scored 30 with 39 seconds to go, but he scored 39 goals in the indoor season in Germany, so very prolific goal scorer inside and out. Heinrichs, well, it's missed in the midfield again. And I think we've seen probably far more mistakes in this game from Germany than we've seen in previous games. Second time they've been on the early time slot, which is the hardest one. It is a very humid day here again. We had a light shower, but it hasn't really lowered the temperature that much. So played in by Christian Franz. Barry looking to carry it forward. Short pass to Flatten. Flatten pulls away that time from Tully. We'll get the pass one now, he won't. It goes to Hertzmer instead. Fed forward against Struthoff, wide to von Montglas. Usually likes to run with it, but feeds it to Holderman. Von Montglas again. Back to Franz. A little bit of space on the right-hand side now. Glander slips. And, well, Great Britain now are complaining and saying there was, and a yellow card has been issued again following a discussion. So Great Britain find themselves now down to 10. The umpire claiming that there was a little bit of a bump that time from Ted Graves. Graves didn't feel it was. He felt that Glander just slipped. But it's a third penalty corner to Germany, and they've scored from the two previous. So Callum Douglas under the bar for Great Britain. Waiting at the top of the circle, Nicholas Berends. And I think alongside him is Glander. Glander moves away, and it's now Struthoff who hits it. Good save. That was a good save by Douglas. Taken quickly again by Struthoff. Just dinking it into the turf. And getting very frustrated at the moment, I have to say, Michael Struthoff. We've still got 4 minutes to go in this quarter and another quarter to come. Germany leading this match, but Great Britain hanging on. Remember, they need a win to go through to the semi-finals. Different format in the Sultan of Johor Cup this year with 8 teams participating, 2 pools of 4, and the top 2 teams go through to the semi-finals. Great Britain, to make that top 2, need a win. Of course, it's the ideal format with the Junior World Cup coming up in Kuala Lumpur in the early weeks of December. It's a perfect preparation for all those players here and teams. Played square at the back by Spreckley. And unfortunately Penrose playing it into space, but nobody there for Great Britain. So the ball from the side will be played in by Christian Franz. Feeds it to Altus Barry. And Polyerik couldn't keep it in play, and he basically turns to Barry and is not impressed with the pass at all. There was a shake of the head, a point of the stick, and the captain far from happy with that pass. Wiltshire. Into the foot of Herchmer. Great Britain bring it down. Good work again being done by Morehouse. Although Morehouse just let it run away. Herchmer comes wide again. Polyuric looking to pull away this time from Nick Nurse. Drop the ball back. Comes wide now again. Berends played it forward. Struthoff. And he's got the free hit on the 23. Herchmer to Struthoff. Great Britain have won it back through not Morehouse, my apologies, Hewson. Herchmer takes it quickly. And a really good tackle as it turns out. Herchmer was looking again at the umpire wanting a free hit. And a green card. Who's the green card? No one's left the field of play. Oh, yep. Couldn't see who it was as he left the field of play. Great Britain, though, have got about a minute of this quarter to pull level. Otherwise, they'll have to do it in the final quarter and then search for a winning goal. Have a player advantage at the moment. Can they make it count? That's the big question along the baseline. Free hit goes Great Britain's way. Trying to find a way through is Payton, but he's dispossessed. Germany should have no problem just winding down this quarter now. Alice Robson gets it back for Great Britain. Infield he goes this time to Hewson. Hewson will feed it wide in turn to Nurse. And Nurse throws it to the air or over the top. I don't know what, well, you could see what Tom Morehouse was doing, but it was incredibly ambitious. And you'd have to say probably dangerous as well, because I cannot say, even if he'd got contact with the ball, he would have been in control of it. So played on quickly. Hewson bursting forward and Herchmer tackles him, and Herchmer, I think, is going to get a card before the final break, just depending what colour. He's got a green card. Well, looked like both players were given a green card. But anyway, that is the end of the third quarter. It's been a good one for Germany because they have taken the lead. Herchmer continues to debate with the umpire. It is Germany 2, Great Britain 1. Well, the players making their way out for the final quarter of this final pool match for Germany and Great Britain. Germany leading by 2-1. Germany only needing a draw to progress to the semi-finals. Great Britain need a win. So will they go for it? Callum Douglas remains under the bar for them. And remaining under the bar for Germany is Florian Simon. Great Britain, you feel, are almost at some point going to have to throw a little bit of caution to the wind. Penrose. Umpire got out of the way well. Good well, I thought it was a good short pass, but it's cut out. Nick Nurse, who was playing to try and play it into the circle. Oh, Nurse has got it back now. Hasbach not happy. There'll be another free hit to Great Britain just outside the 23. Goes across to Penrose. Alice Robson again. Penrose once more. And that's way, way over the head of Nick Nurse. And Nick Nurse is a tall fella. Started his hockey at Bournemouth Hockey Club on the south coast of Britain. Wonderful part of England. Hasbach, well, he was looking for the lead coming from Sperling, but it was a long, long way ahead of Sperling. Hewson again. Penrose comes wide again to Monteneve. Neve. Well, there's a line of German players, and Hertzmer comes on just as Penrose played that. Lost his stick in the process. Wiltshire now turns, gets a foot, found the foot of Polyric, plays on quickly, pushes it wide, back to Wiltshire, but he missed it. 16 to Germany. Thrown over the heads. Heinrichs gets it under control. Von Montglas comes around to help him out, runs out of space. And Von Montglas looks again at the umpire as if to say he felt he was pushed. Monteneve. Down the line he goes. Oh, and that's a nice little break for Great Britain and Payton. Payton dropped it back for Neve, but Neve was running on the overlap. So now Germany have it. Struthoff plays it wide across the field of play. Von Montglas again. Goes back to Glander. Barry now. And into the shin pads of teammate Struthoff, who's having a frustrating day at the office, and his body language just gave that away as to how frustrated he is at the moment. Well, there was nowhere to go for Payton, so he had to go back. Stolen by Germany. There's trouble here now. Sperling off target again. Well, as I mentioned, normally such a prolific goal scorer, Florian Sperling. But he's had 3 fantastic opportunities tonight, and they've all gone a long way wide, not even close. Morehouse breaking forward now for Great Britain. Didn't quite get the connection on the pass he wanted. And Cordes collected. It's given back to Great Britain, though. Into the circle they go now, forced out. Tully spins. Hertzmer's not controlled it. There's a goal! It's finished by Morehouse. Well, Hertzmer's nightmare continues today. He's having a bad day. He's had cards. He's been arguing with the umpires, and there was a mistrap by him. It fell to Morehouse, who made no mistake for Great Britain, and they now have a lifeline that they can steal a victory in this match. Well, it was certainly all Morehouse deserved, because he's been working really hard through the middle. The man who started his hockey at Leicester Hockey Club. Well, we have 10 minutes left. And Great Britain, as a reminder, need to win if they're going to leapfrog Germany and Australia for the time being. And if Germany were to go down and Australia were to win, Germany would find themselves playing off for 5th and 6th or 7th and 8th. As we heard from their coach, they want to play Pakistan because that would have been experience they want to get as a team. Play against different sides. Good work again down the left-hand side from Graves. Good tackle coming in, though, by Barry, who took the ball away. And it's a free hit to Great Britain. Barry stays on the turf as Great Britain surge towards the circle. Oh, so close to being intercepted. Struthoff will now have it. Look at the chase being put in by Morehouse. Morehouse got a touch into the body of Struthoff. It went, but it was lifted high off the stick of Morehouse. That's why it's Germany's free hit. Great tackle, edge of the circle. Really good from Ellis Robson. And this time it's gone off the, well, shin or knee of Brilla. So it was too high, so Germany get the ball again. Holderman. Holderman into the circle. Holderman! Oh, I thought he'd have gone through the pads. But in the end, Callum Douglas just brought them together at the crucial moment. Oh, don't go anywhere because this is going to be a grandstand finish for these two teams. 2-2 at the moment, just under 9 minutes remaining. Great Britain need a victory. A draw is enough for Germany. Another super pass. Oh, what a goal! That is outstanding from Michael Struthoff. How did he get that in from that angle? And I think that's what Callum Douglas is just trying to work out. So Germany have taken the lead again, and it is an exquisite finish from Struthoff. Well, Germany were never going to settle for the draw. And literally 2 minutes after Britain got level, Germany take the lead again. Great Britain being urged on by their little pocket of fans down to our right-hand side. Morehouse, the man who got them level. And that's broke. Well, I thought it had broken kindly, but in the end, it's going to be a free hit. Free hit was conceded by Schmidt-Didlaukes. Into the circle come Great Britain. Across the face of goal. Where's it gone? Penalty corner to Great Britain. Germany complain. And I just can't see the umpire changing his mind. So Great Britain have their 7th penalty corner. Well, if they score now, it really will be an amazing final quarter. This time they're hurrying up. They've got 10 seconds to be in place. Sturge Hibbert, who scored from a rebound to open the scoring in this game. Flick towards, goal, it's gone in! They've got it! Great Britain's Harry Markham has crept one in at the left-hand post of the German goalkeeper, Florian Simon. Well, that is the first goal of the tournament for Harry Markham. And I think it's actually his first goal for the under-21. So Great Britain pull back to 3-3. And Germany using up the seconds to just regroup now. Well, they'll be celebrating at the Trojans Club in Eastleigh. And that is where Harry Markham came from. And that is down in Hampshire. I have to say, I remember playing cricket against them many years ago. Well, what a final 10 minutes we're having here. 8 minutes still to go, and we've had 3 goals in 3 minutes. Great Britain need a winner. Germany, well, they will want to get another goal just to give themselves that cushion. Brilla. Franz back to Brilla. They don't need to hurry, Germany. Jakob Brilla again, being pressured by Paynton. Goes to Franz. Through it goes, and that was lifted. Dangerous penalty corner's being given. Well, it was lifted outside the circle, but penalty corner given. And looking to the sky was Matthew Hewson. It came up off his stick. And let's not forget that Germany have been very dangerous from penalty corners. This is their fourth, and they've scored 2 from 3 so far tonight. So lining up at the first battery, the man who's already got one, Paul Glander. And at the second is Jakob Brilla. Brilla also having scored today. So both goal scorers from Germany for penalty corners. They shift to the left. It's Brilla into the first runner. It goes. Good running that time from Harry Markham. Great Britain get on with it quickly. Still 3 players behind the goal taking their protective gear off. But surging through the middle is Graves. Forced wide now. Has to just double back. There's not a lot of support for Graves, but he's done well to keep possession. Back to Penrose now. Penrose goes infield, helped forward to Wiltshire. Just a little touch that time from Hewson. Max Anderson played it out wide. Comes back to Anderson again. Well, everybody cannot take their eyes off the pitch now. Germany, who've only contested the Sultan Johor Cup once, won it in 2012. A lot of people expecting them to take it away this time around as well. Wiltshire just losing the ball there over the baseline. Needs to forget that. Little shake of the head from him as he ran back. Germany making some changes, and again the players coming on, just jogging on. Barry brought down by Holderman. Franz. Great Britain get that, but it's again gone up in the air and it'll fall to von Montglas. The overlap was there, he chose not to use it, and well, it wasn't a bad idea inside the circle from Hasbach. This is a man that is high on confidence. If you are a man still in your teens, I think you are today. Hasbach just 17, but really showing maturity beyond his years in terms of striking ability. So we're approaching the final 5 minutes. Great Britain trying desperately to find a way to force their way into the semi-finals. Little bit of space now as Herchemer carries it forward, lays it square. There's a chance, no, it's just held up for Struthoff into the circle. Great skills by him to beat 2 Great Britain players, and eventually was just closed down inside the circle by who else but Ellis Robson. Franz plays it in, it's gone straight in. Well, no, there was a touch. Well, Sperling, having squandered several tonight, has got a vital touch right at the end of the match to give Germany the lead 4-3. Was played in by Franz, and Sperling made a run and clearly just got enough on it to deflect it past Callum Douglas. Heartbreak for Great Britain. And you just wonder whether there is enough time for them to come back yet again. 4.5 minutes left. Germany almost assured a place in the semi-final. And the ball just miscontrolled that time by Nick Nurse, and Germany will look to lift it again. Pushed into the path of Struthoff, but he won't keep it in play now. Some tired legs there, as you would expect. They had a tough encounter yesterday against Australia where they had to dig deep. And to be fair, this has been a pretty tough game as well for Germany. Great Britain having really taken it to them. But credit to this young team. They are built of something special. Great resolve shown by them. Something incredible about German sporting teams, how it's never over until the final whistle. Berends now helps it down the line. Poljerik, the captain. Well, he was looking to play that one forward into the forward path of Flatten as he was making his way forward, but Flatten was rooted to the spot. Great Britain not given up yet, though. Ted Graves. That should be a stick check, and it will be coming back. Good work again coming from Ali Douglas, the big Scotsman. And the pass, it's going to go off the side from Herchmer. And again, frustration. They want the ball and it's not being given to them. He was screaming for the ball there, Nick Nurse. The umpire just saying hold on because Great Britain pulling their goalkeeper. So Callum Douglas comes off. Great Britain go to 11 outfield players, and just a reminder again, there are no goalkeeper privileges these days. The outfield player cannot use their feet at all. Brilliant tackle again from Robson. Morehouse plays on quickly, looking for the return pass. It comes to Robson though. Back infield it goes again. Great build-up by Great Britain, edge of the area, finding the foot. So it will be another free hit, taken this time quickly by Nick Nurse. Nurse plays it back, penalty corner one. And Barry this time, I think, is the player penalised. Herchmer puts his head in his hands once again at the decision. And Struthoff is on his haunches as the rain starts to fall. Well, there are less than 2.5 minutes left. Surely Great Britain can't pull it back to 4-4 at this late stage, as the rain is now teeming down. Sturch Hibbett will do the injecting again. Rory Penrose at the first battery, Hewson at the second. They go to Penrose. Penrose flicks. It's a good save this time by Florian Simon. Long corner. Great Britain wanting to take it quickly. Penrose, I think, wants to get it back inside the circle. Played out wide to Robson, brought under control. Robson into the pads of Simon, and it'll be another long corner. Screaming for the ball again. Great Britain wanting to get it on quickly. Morehouse goes back to his captain, Max Anderson, to Penrose. Penrose closed down by Hasbach. Hasbach just staying on his back. Anderson manages to find Payton. Payton played it behind Morehouse. Morehouse gets it though, drills it in, deflected away from goal by Germany. It'll be Great Britain's ball down by the corner. We have 1:30 left. A slip by the German defender. Into the circle it goes, over the baseline. Long corner, Great Britain. Back it goes to Penrose again. Slides the pass wide into the path of Nurse. Nurse, Simon came a long way out. Closed it down brilliantly though. And it will be a free hit to Germany as the heavens really open now. No lightning, so they will probably still play on. There is only a minute left in the game. Hasbach now. Two defenders ahead of him. Hasbach holds it up, then plays the ball back to Sperling. Sperling to von Montglas. Germany only need to keep possession. They don't need to go on the attack. Barry. On the outside it goes, down the far side, stolen but illegally. Played into von Montglas again. Back into the defensive line for Germany. Franz will receive it. It'll be helped out wide to Schmidt-Diddley-Aukes. Free hit goes to Great Britain. They play on quickly. They've got 15 seconds. And that's gone ahead of Robson. Long corner is the call. They want the ball. It's rolling slowly, slowly, slowly back to the line. Played wide, into the circle it will go. In fact, it goes into the shin pads of Barry. And that is the end of the match. Well, Great Britain made a real match of it, but credit to Germany. Having come from behind and drawn level, they took the lead at 2-1, pegged back at 2-all, took the lead again to 3-2, pegged back at 3-all, and finally Florian Sperling, who had a lot of shots off target, scored an exquisite goal. Just a deflection inside the circle after Franz played it in, and that was the winner. The final score, Germany 4, Great Britain 3, Germany through to the semi-final.